Welcome to wonderful Bournemouth and the brand new home of variety on TV. Here are the fabulous acts that will join you on your next cruise or holiday. Welcome to the showcase. Coming up in this edition. Here we are backstage at the showcase then. This is my favourite bit. This is where I get to ask the questions that I think you would ask. And I've got Jaden Cornelius with me right now. Jaden, you're a classical singer, aren't you?
Classical crossover singer, yeah. A little bit nervous about the questions now.
Oh, no, it's all right. They're very, very simple, I promise you. How did this all come about for you then?
I had a record deal in the 90s doing kind of pop and R&B, signed to Logic BMG. And it was fantastic, but I'm getting older. I'm not getting any prettier. And I didn't really want to be dancing around on stage quite as much as I was when I was in a pop band. So I decided that I wanted to kind of sing more sedate and music that kind of I really felt inspired by. So classical crossover was the kind of the genre that I decided to kind of get more involved in.
So that's been on the go since about...
a few years now, probably about 4 years, 2009 or something like that, yeah.
And that's taken you all around the world then?
It has, yes. I've been to Clacton. I've also been to... No, I have travelled quite a bit with it, which has been amazing. I've met so many amazing people and done so many amazing things,
So who are your musical influences, if there are any? Because you seem quite an individual.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love music, and it's very difficult to kind of pinpoint. I don't listen to much classical music. I do, obviously, on the way to a show, so I can make sure I sing like this. But people like Jennifer Hudson is an influence, Josh Groban, Il Divo, Pavarotti, Andrea Bocelli, Celine Dion. Oh, my gosh, my list is probably endless. If you go on my Facebook, it has all my influences written down. So,
and you've got a big web presence, and you've released quite a lot over the years as well, haven't you?
I've done it up and about a bit. You understand? I've got 3 fans, including my mother. So, yeah, no, I've done quite a bit, and I've got a nice following. Yeah, I think
it's that surname, isn't it?
Cornelius. Yeah.
You need to go and look it up on Facebook. You're definitely
US. It's not IUS.
Yeah, so where does that come from?
It's my father's name, actually. Yeah. So I used it.
So we'll blame Dad then.
Blame Dad. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So what kind of things are you doing right now, Jaden?
At the moment, chatting to you, and going to finish off a glass of wine probably in a minute. But at the moment, I've just signed a management deal in the States. I've just come back from a month in the States, and that was fantastically exciting. So we're kind of really working very hard on pushing things kind of over there. And so there's talks of duets with very famous people. There's also talks of kind of TV series and singing in different kind of series that are going on in the States at the moment. So it's a very exciting time for me.
Not going to name drop at this stage.
I can't. Really?
Until it's signed and sealed. Well, listen, I'll try again in just a moment. Let's see Jaden...
That wine, I might tell you after that.
Yeah, possibly. Let's see Jaden in action first, shall we?
Chissà perché stai lì così, con quegli occhi fissi su di me. E che non m'aspettavo questa follia, fingerò, mi abituerò, continuerò in silenzio
Wasn't that absolutely incredible? Now I have to say, we can't stand up at the moment. We're about the same height though, which is
11, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we say on paper, and that's a big voice that just came from that.
Man, thank you.
Not the tallest of gentlemen. Where does that come from?
I have no idea.
Were you classically trained?
No. I've had 5 half-hour singing lessons. That's it.
Really?
To date, yeah. Obviously need a few more, but to date I've only had 5 half-hour singing lessons. That's it.
That's incredible. And you're belting out those real kind of power pieces. How do you hold those notes, for heaven's sake?
I really have practice. I obviously swim and keep fit, which I don't actually. A really bad warm-up. I sing a lot. So I kind of, every single week I'm doing something, so I kind of...
Your neighbours must love it, hey?
I live in a very secluded part of West London, so I don't really have trouble with my neighbours.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now listen, you're a very giving guy, aren't you? And I looked through your websites and whatever, and you are involved in charity left, right and centre. Where did that come from and what are you involved in?
An ex-partner of mine brought me a book. I think it was like a biography of Olivia Newton-John, and because I was a fan of hers when I was growing up, and I kind of hadn't realised that she'd gone through so much stuff with her breast cancer and all that kind of stuff. And my father died of leukemia 18 years ago, and so I've kind of been a bit miserable since then, really. And I kind of realised that there was a lot of need, and I should really shut up and do something more productive with my feelings and with everything that I'm involved in, and try and help anyone that's a little less fortunate than me, which, you know, I have a roof over my head and I have fresh water and I have heating, and so I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. So I kind of wanted to start doing something, living my life that had a little bit more meaning, that wasn't just about being in a boy-girl group and wearing a lovely outfit for Blue Peter, or, you know, it's kind of using my talent, using my ability rather, to kind of generate funds to help those less fortunate. So,
and what kind of ways have you been doing that?
We raised probably about £12,500 to different breast cancer charities. We sent a juggernaut of toys to an orphanage that I deal with in Romania, in Bucharest. We've sent clothes and first aid stuff out to them. We've raised money for Click Sergeant, for, oh my gosh, it's all on my website, for hundreds of different things.
Your website being?
My music website is www.Jaden, that's Jaden Cornelius with an IOUS.com, and there's links obviously to my fundraising site on there, but it's JC Fundraising, J for J and C for Cornelius, fundraising.com.
I can see a book coming from all of this as well, can you?
Really? There might
say there's a book in everyone, don't
If Lady Bird are up for doing another one, then...
But you must have, I mean, you must have seen some things and met some people, you know, quite aside from the singing. Yeah. You sound like a guy that can string a good sentence together.
I've had some interesting events, and some of them are really empowering, some of them are really humbling as well. So, I mean, obviously, talk about all now would be quite crazy. So I might start a blog site and start getting a few things written down, really. So it's been amazing. I've met some famous people, especially in the 90s when I was kind of touring with Steps and, you know, and Bewitched and Billy Piper and stuff like that. And then kind of now I'm hearing more stories on a kind of more of a charity and people that are in need, and you really don't realise how much suffering there is and how many people are so unfortunate. It's unbelievable. So I'm meeting some magical people.
You sound like you've got a great energy as well. Are you a very kind of fidgety, I've got to be doing different things kind of person?
Totally. I don't want to... My father lived till he was 49, which, you know, I'm going to be there in quite a few years, I hasten to add. But, you know, I'm kind of getting there. So, and I don't want to waste my time on this planet, really. I want to be doing things. So I can sleep when I'm dead. So in the meantime, I should be doing things and pioneering. And, of course, I want to have a successful and happy life. And I want to do the things that I love to do and help the people that I really want to help. So, you know, it's kind of, if I'm sitting down doing nothing, you know, I'm wasting time.
When we return, more of the fabulous Jaden Cornelius.
Can we find out per l'amore che non ho, per l'amore che vorrei, e per questo dolore.
Welcome back to the showcase, in this edition featuring Jaden Cornelius.
Le mie mani stringono sogni lontanissimi, il tuo respiro soffia su me. Tremo, se per amore che ho per te, che mi fa superare mille tempeste. Per l'amore che ti do, per l'amore che vorrei da questo mare, per la vita che non c'è, che mi fai naufragare il mondo al cuore. Tutto questo ti abbraccio e sembrerà tutto normale.
The incredible talent of Jaden Cornelius, and he's with me right now. You've got a bit of a Simon Cowell connection, haven't you?
I have, yeah, we have the same mother. No, we don't. Actually, no, I was interviewed by him. I was kind of auditioned by him. I was Blue Peter's very first music documentary in 1994. And I had to go and sit in this office with Mr. Cowell when he was working for Arista Records in West London. And he explained about the music industry to me and how he liked my look and my presence. He didn't like my material, but how I had to go and get 18,000 fans or something, and then I'd be taken more seriously. So I've been seen by like 308 million since then, so I've done quite well for myself. So Simon, I've done my job, mate, you understand? You know?
Was that the good advice, though?
Well, yeah, I mean, it kept me, I'm still doing it now, so, you know, it kept me going.
What advice would you give yourself now, looking back, you know, knowing what you know now? What advice would you give to a younger you?
Oh my gosh, don't let your insecurities and your lack of self-esteem and self-confidence hold you back. I turned down so many amazing opportunities because I didn't think that I was capable of doing things, because I was quite a shy kid. And now I'm quite bolshy and gobby, and I don't really care quite as much. And I wish I'd taken the things that I was offered back in the day. It would have been a much... My life and my path is amazingly colourful now, but it would have been a lot more fun, a lot quicker if I'd kind of hadn't let my, you know, self-esteem get in the way back in the day.
I kind of get the impression that the singing is just one facet to the diamond that you are. There's such a lot more going on, isn't there?
I'm quite a complex person. I wouldn't want to be normal, if I'm being totally honest. But singing is my kind of... It's just something that really edifies me. And it's something that kind of... I don't know. It's really hard to kind of put it into words, how something that you feel destined to do. I don't think I'm the best. I think I'm good, and I think I'm an all right performer, and people like me because they're buying my music. And I don't know, it's something that I feel that I really, really want to do, and it's something that I meet the most amazing people doing it. And to use it to help other people and organisations is magical for me, yeah.
So aside the book, which is definitely coming, I definitely see that. What else? I mean, what can you see yourself doing in the next 5 years?
The movie, maybe we could have done like Brad Pitt's life story. I could play the young Brad, possibly.
Naturally. Have you done a cruise yet?
I have. I live on a boat. So I kind of spend my life cruising, kind of, in a metaphorical way. Okay.
But you fancy doing it professionally, though?
I would love to. And I have family members that do cruises every single year, and it's been my dream. I'm Piscean, you see, so I love the sea, need to be near water. So for me, it would be great to do that. OK, well, you know, I say this to everyone on the showcase, but, you know, to get Jaden on the cruise, we need to know what's the dream cruise destination first. Oh, my gosh, Caribbean. Do you know what? You're not the only one that said that. Really hot. I need sun. Look, I'm looking pasty. So, yeah. So we need to get you out to the Caribbean. You can write your book in between performances. Yeah, exactly. There's things to do. And what else is going to go on for you in the next 5 years? Well, in the next 5 years, oh my gosh, international celebrity status, quite frankly. It really depends. I mean, I will always keep pushing forward and always keep doing what I'm doing to help as many people as we want to help. We want to set up like a kind of a school of performing arts, and we want to kind of look at dealing with like the homeless situation in London, and maybe set up shelters and stuff like that, and food kitchens. So there's lots of things not musically that's going on, and musically with this kind of the thing that's happening in the States, hopefully go and spend a couple of years in the States would be amazing, and work with some phenomenal people out there. So I'm sure you're going to be a tremendous inspiration. I mean, as well, I can see an academy as well, because, I mean, you know, you see reality TV programmes, X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, all of that kind of thing. What's your kind of take on that? Would you rather get in there and do something that was a bit more valuable? I think they're valuable. I mean, the profile you get from those shows is phenomenal, but I just think that there's so many people. I've auditioned for quite a few of those shows, and the amount of talent that just doesn't get seen or heard is phenomenal, because it doesn't have the right sob story, or it's not freakish enough, or, you know, the people that sung before me, you know, in the auditions, some of them were phenomenal artists that have the right to be heard, because Beryl is 85 years old and she looks a little bit rough, bless her, but she has the voice of an angel. She should be able to do what she wants to do. So to kind of establish something that gives everyone the opportunity, no matter how they look, what their upbringing, their social status, whatever, you know, that's kind of what I really want to be about.
Well, it's your time in the sun right now. Give us your website address once more.
It's www.jadencornelius.com.
Un solo l'oceano che dolcemente si bacherà. Le mie mani stringono sogni lontanissimi, il tuo respiro soffia su me. Tremo, sento in fondo al cuore. Per amore con te che mi fa superare mille tempeste. Per amore che ti do, per amore che vorrei da questo mare. Per la vita che non c'è, che mi fai naufragare il tuo amore. Tutto questo ti avrà, ti sembrerà tutto normale.
Coming up next time on the showcase, Take On, Take That.
The taxi cab is waiting. Now don't you cry. Just one more kiss before I have to go. Hey girl, I know the situation changed. So much is new, but something in my life remains the same. 'Cause everything changes but you. We're 1,000 miles apart, but you know I love you. Everything changes but you. You know every single day I'll be thinking about you, girl. Everything changes but you. I'll be thinking about you, thinking about you. Everything changes but you. 'Cause you know I love you, know that I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last one of the night. Good night!
Oh, yeah! Help me escape this feeling of insecurity. Said I need you so much, but I don't think you really need me. But if we all stand up in the name of love and we state the key to what we're dreaming of, I've gotta say I only dream of you. Like a thief in the night, you took away the love that I knew. Oh, 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 oh. Relight my fire. Your love is my only desire. Relight my fire, 'cause I need your love. Relight my fire, baby. Your love is my only desire. Relight my fire.
Well, that's it for this time. Make sure you show next time for the showcase.